your day. And if you're new here, make sure you click that red subscribe button down there below. It is right there. And that's how you be in the know when I upload a new video, which I upload new videos weekly. So check it out. Subscribe. But yes, today I'm coming to you with a special Black History segment that I wanted to start today on Martin Luther King's national holiday. So if you would like to see what my segment is about, then stay tuned. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, and I want to start today, and then I'll do another part of the segment probably before the end of the month, and then throughout February, because if you don't know, February is Black History Month. And I wanted to start today just because it's not enough days, I feel like. And I mean, truthfully, it can be all year round, but I wanted to stay to the national. Anywho, I thought, well, this is a beauty and lifestyle channel. Why not do a beauty and lifestyle segment? And what I mean by that is I'm going to come to you every time I do this part of the segment and talk to you about a beautiful, inside out African American woman, and then show you a makeup look that she used to rock. So you're gonna get to see different decades of beautiful women inside out. Of course, they're beautiful outside in too, but you know me, inside out is more important. They have impacted the world in so many ways. So today I've decided to start with Coretta Scott King. Yeah, who else would I start? You know what? I mean, this is Martin Luther King's day. Why not start with his wife? Yes? So if you don't know who Coretta Scott King is, she is American civil rights activist, leader, author, you name it. She did everything, but she was the wife to Martin Luther King Jr., who, of course, as you know, is now deceased or been deceased for some time. And she is now deceased as well, for she died in January 30th, 2006. And they both are laid to rest in I believe it's in Georgia. But yeah, so she has impacted the world in so many ways. I mean, after he passed, you know, she could have just said, well, I can't go on, or how do you know? That beautiful woman stood up for the rights that he wanted to make come true. And that's what you need. You need a right. You need somebody in your life that's got your back, even when you're weak. Heck, even when you're no longer here and now you're at home with God, you need that, you know? And that's what I've learned, is that your legacy should be something that the people you leave behind will continue for you. That's what's beautiful. And now they have children here that's left behind, that is continuing on the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and just showing us what it's all about to be African American and proud. And that's why I wanted to start this segment now, because it's a beautiful day where we're celebrating how much African American culture is just so beautiful and so influential and needed to be discussed with every race, and needed to be known that we are more than our past and we have an amazing future. And today in the present, his dream still is alive. So if you would like to see this beautiful look that I created, then stay tuned. And of course, I didn't want to make this video too long, so I'll have a little bit more information about Coretta also in the description box if you would like to learn more. And I have links of where you can go find the information if you would love to know a bit more about Coretta Scott King. But yes, let's get into the video. Yes. Woo! Excitement! And happy birthday, Martin Luther King. I know I said it on your original birthday, which is January 15th, but happy birthday. Alright, so let's get into this look, and I got to start with my eyebrows first. And for her eyebrows, back in that time, they really didn't do as much as we do. Like, you know how eyebrows have changed drastically over the time. They have been thick, they have been thin. Hers are, or should I say were, specifically really thin. So I pretty much just drew them on with a brown pencil, but I did light strokes just to get that look. And of course I cleaned it up with some concealer, but I did it off camera. Right now I'm just putting on some primer, and everything that you see will be in a description box if you would like to know the products. And I'm putting on some foundation. I'm going for a more natural beat today. Something very just sun-kissed look, because she was always beat. Like, her face was always flawless. But she didn't really wear a lot of like eyeshadows per se. So I really wanted to make sure I got my face as much as possible to look like hers. Luckily, our noses are not too far off, but I did contour it a little bit, which you'll see in a minute. But right now I'm just baking because, like I said, her face was always beat, okay? But I really wanted to make sure I got the matte finish that she always wore. Sometimes she would wear her makeup kind of dewy, but I'm just going for one of her matte looks. So I want to make sure I bake and put on a little bit of highlighter, but of course we'll get to that in just a minute. Alright, while I bake, it's time to start on these eyes. Like I said, she really didn't wear a lot of eyeshadows per se, but I wanted to wake up my eyes, so I've added some translucent color to my eyes, and I just chose to use All Over Glow Milani bronzer. And then I'm going into that Too Faced palette and added some brown shades just to make my eyes look more awake and more of an appealing look. Because I feel she did wear eyeshadow, but she wore more of a neutral, warm tone kind of look just to make her eyes look awake, because that is a good trick to do, but not too over the top or dramatic like I usually probably would do. Now, she did wear black eyeliner. I saw several pictures that show that, so I'm just lining up my eye by just doing my waterline and not necessarily my lash line. So it looks like I have a little bit of black liner going around, but not so dramatic or overbearing and taken from the natural look. And then I'm just using a nude pencil to do my bottom waterline just to make my eyes look more awake as well. And of course, I gotta put some mascara on because I can't put any lashes on. She didn't wear lashes like that, so mascara it is. And now taking off that powder and contouring that nose. Yes. But I didn't really go too overboard. It might look like that right now, but I did not go as much because her nose wasn't too far from mine, but it was a little skinnier. That's why it makes me think she was contouring her nose back then too. And I didn't really contour per se, but I did put a little bronzer on and cleaned it up with my powder. And now I'm adding some blush and a little bit of highlights, but not too much because I was really going for more of a matte sun-kissed look, but not really too much of dewiness involved, but I guess just a little bit, huh? And now, since I'm done with my baking, I just went around my lash line with some brown eyeshadow, and now moving on to lips. She was known for those red bold lips, so I want to make sure I did a red bold lip. And like I said, everything will be in the description box if you're interested in any of these products. And right now I'm just cleaning up my lips, just making sure they are even all over with some foundation. And I had to put on my pearls and get ready to pose.